Hey gamers, I'm Cybersnack7. Hope we're all well, guys. Back again with another video and back with another C64 Hit Squad Collection update video. Yep, another one already. I just wanted to get another Hit Squad video up. Looking forward to showing these 15 great titles for the collection. And as per usual, guys, it's going to be sports. This time round, I'm going to mix it up a little bit and I'm going to give you the arcade games next and the movies last. But I'll come to that and the reasons why I've done it shortly. So let's start with the sports selection, and let's start with the one and only title for the sports selection, because I've come to the end now, not having all the sports games of course, but the end of the games that I've picked up for the sports selection, because there are a couple more to get. And the one and only game that I've got, of course, is Sports 22, and that is a WF WrestleMania, a classic wrestling game, of course, for back in the day, with the wrestlers I kind of actually knew, of course, like the Ultimate Warrior and you know, Bret Hart and people like that. I'm not a massive fan by any means, but it's back in the day when I knew wrestling. I ain't got a clue about the wrestlers today, to be honest with you. So it's, you know, it is what it is. It's just a classic wrestling game. It's not the most sought after one, of course, which is Rampage World Tour, which I will get my mitts on one day. But that is it, guys. That is the one and only sports title. And that is WF WrestleMania. And that's Sports 22. Okay, moving on to the arcade games. And as I say, because we've run out of the sports, I've just boosted up a little bit and put an extra on the arcade and on the movie collection. So we'll start with the arcade first. And you've got another 6 titles to show you in the arcade. And we'll start with this one, which is arcade number 21. And this is a favourite of Scott Brand's. This is probably his favourite game of all time. And that is, of course, Operation Wolf. And this is a really good conversion of the game. I don't think they really did a bad version of this game. It plays well on most formats, to be honest with you. And as I say, I really enjoy this game. Classic arcade game. You never beat the first. After the first one, I think it just went down the pan a bit, to be honest with you. But still an awesome arcade game and an awesome conversion from the arcades to the various amounts of machines that it went to, but still a fantastic title. And that is arcade number 21, and that is Operation Wolf. And then arcade number 22. This isn't a good conversion of an arcade game. It does try, but there are better versions out there. And this is, of course, Afterburner. Afterburner is a classic arcade game, of course, but this doesn't really play that well on the C64. I'm not too sure how it plays on the likes of the Spectrum and other variants of the Hit Squad games, but I'm not a fan of this at all. And I don't think it's even got any music in it. I'm not too sure about that, because I've loaded it up, but I played it once and I forgot. So I obviously haven't got fond memories of this game at all. But still, I need it in the collection, and it's another arcade game to the collection. So that is arcade number 22, and that is Afterburner. Arcade number 23. Now this game I haven't played at all. I've got no interest in it. And to be honest, I've got no clue what the game's about. And that game is Driller. Now, it looks to me like it's a first-person perspective, going round and, as it says on the cover, drilling stuff. What I'm looking for, I have no clue. What the game's about, I have absolutely no idea. So I really can't go into detail about this game at all, apart from the fact that I actually have it in the collection. So I'm going to leave that there. And that is arcade number 23. And that is Driller. And the next one is arcade number 24. A great title. I'm still after the first one. I was going to get the first one, but I don't think it was the right price at the time. But regardless of that, I think it's harder to get than the one I've got here. But this is Arkanoid Revenge of Doe. And this is a classic arcade game. everybody knows Arkanoid. Really, really good conversion, and it converts well to most systems, this does, to be honest with you. Really great game. As I say, I've still yet to get Arkanoid, the original, which I will come across one day. But fantastic arcade game, of course, and I say it transfers well over to most systems, including the C64. So that is arcade number 24, and that is Arkanoid, Revenge of Doe. Okay, arcade number 25. This is an arcade game I actually didn't play in the arcades. I think I played this because I remember playing it on a computer as such, but I think it probably was the Amiga. I don't remember playing it on the Commodore 64. And that is Grizzle. Now, Grizzle is a definite Contra clone, or it may be Contra with a different name. I ain't got a clue. But still a cracking little side-scrolling action game. But this one does have the added, where you go into the base and you run down corridors. And you have to take out the boss at the end, sort of thing. So, as I say, more fond memories of playing it on another system. And I'm assuming the system that I played it on was the Amiga. But as I say, I can't remember playing it on the Commodore 64. But still, very happy to have it and add it to the collection. So that's arcade number 25, and that is Grizzle. And then finally, for the arcade collection, this is arcade 26, and this I do remember playing this on the Amiga because I loved it on the Amiga, more so than playing it on the arcade. I absolutely loved the Amiga version, and that is the classic Dragon Ninja. A great two-player arcade side-scrolling beat-em-up game. Absolutely love this on the Amiga. Not too clever on this Commodore 64, of course, but it tries its best to be as good as the arcade. But as I say, I played this in the arcade a lot, but preferred it on the Amiga, weirdly. I just always enjoyed playing the Amiga version, and had fond memories of that. But still a cracking little title, and a great arcade game nevertheless. And that's arcade number 26, and that's Dragon Ninja. Right, on to the main event, which is the movie selection. And I've got, how many we got for you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got 8 titles for you to show you. And I've got to say there's some gems in this one. Right, let's start with movie number 20. Now, I've never played this game before, and I've yet to play it, but I've heard good things about this game. It's supposed to be a very good platforming game. And I loved the movie back in the day anyway. I thought the movie was a great movie. And that one I'm talking about is the Untouchables. And this is like a platforming action game. That's all I know about it, but I've heard good things. I've heard that this is actually quite a good action platforming game, based on the movie, of course. But as I say, I loved the movie. I thought the film was fantastic. But as I say, I've not yet played it. Looking forward to loading this one up and giving it a crack, because as I say, I've heard good things about this. But well, happy to pick this one up. This fluctuates. I overpaid slightly for this one when I got this, because as I say, I think I paid about 12, 13 quid for it, and I've seen it recently for 7 quid. So it's just luck of the draw. But I got a nice copy and it works, and I'm looking forward to, well, I say it works. I'm looking forward to loading it up and playing this game. So that's movies number 20, and that is the Untouchables. And then the next one is movie number 21, a classic side-scrolling action game. I don't really have fond memories of playing this. I played it in the arcade more, and I did play this on the Spectrum, but I'm not too sure. I know, I think it's the second level or the third level, the drugs factory, and one of the C64 or the Commodore 64, the Spectrum, had a bug in it or something, and it was very difficult to get through this section. But the game I'm talking about, of course, is Robocop. And this is a great game. I love this game. I haven't played this one either yet, but as I say, it was either the C64 or the Spectrum, and you get to the drugs factory and there was a bug in it. I'm sure there's a bug in it, and you couldn't, either progress or it's very difficult to get through to the end of the level, because I know full well it was a solid game anyway. But I remember playing this more so on the Spectrum. But still happy to have it. Interested to play this again, because as I say, I love the arcade game, and to play this again, I'm going to get the Commodore 64 out and actually play a few of these this afternoon now. I've got time on my hands. But yeah, well, happy to have the Robocop, and that is movie 21, Robocop. Okay, movie 22. This one I haven't yet played. I'm not too sure what it is. It's a top-down driving sim by all accounts, but I think that could be just it. Whether it is a story based, I don't know. But it's another James Bond, 007, The Spy Who Loved Me. And as you can see, this has got its $1.99 price tag on. And if you can look closely, you can see like it's a top-down view action game where you're driving and you're on boats and things like that. I'm not too sure if there's missions to be done or not. As I said, I haven't given this a go yet. But it's far and few between to see this one. I don't see it very often. And I think I paid about, what, £10–15 for this one when I picked it up. Probably overpaid, but as I say, I haven't seen it since, so I'm not arguing with the price. But still, very happy to have it. And that's, I think, one of 2 James Bond games. I showed you one in the last video, which was License to Kill. But this one I haven't yet played, so I'm looking forward to giving this one a go. And that is movie 22, and that is The Spy Who Loved Me. Now, the next one is movie 24. We've had to jump one, missing 23. So this is movie 24. Absolutely love this film. One of Arnie's favourites from me anyway. What the gameplay is like is very intriguing, because yet again I haven't not played this game, and that is the classic, well, I'm saying classic, Total Recall. The film is anyway, absolutely love the movie, but what the gameplay is like I'm not too sure on, but it looks like an action platforming game starring the man himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm assuming you're going to be loosely based on the film, the story of it, but looks pretty impressive on the back. But looking impressive and playing the game is 2 different things altogether. But still, well, happy to have this in the collection. Another one that crops up, but not very often. But it's still not an overly dear game to pick up anyway, thankfully. But well, happy to have this one. And that is, of course, movie 24. And that's Total Recall. Okay. Let's slap some big hitters out there, shall we? We've got movie 23. Now, this game I picked up right at the very beginning, and I've not seen this since. Nowhere. I've looked and I've searched and I've not come across it again. And I'm very, very happy to have this in the collection, believe me. And that is movie 25, and that's Hudson Hawk. This is a side-scrolling action platforming game. And believe it or not, I actually quite enjoyed playing it. For once, the game's better than the movie, because the movie was absolutely terrible. I don't know what it was, so corny and cheesy, the movie. But the game itself is not a bad little game. And as I say, chuffed to have this one in the collection, because I've not come across this in the going on like 9–10 months since I started this collection. Probably not 9–10 months, it's probably less than that, probably about 6 months. But I haven't come across a Hudson Hawk on the C64 since. So this is definitely one of the hitters in my mind. I've never come across one since, but well, happy to have it in the collection. And there you go, that's movies 25, and that's Bruce Willis, Hudson Hawk. Okay, and to the last 3. This is movies 27. Movies 27, it's an average game. It's not the best game in the world. And that is The Simpsons, Bart and the Space Mutants. I don't know why this is in the movie selection. I ain't got a clue. But regardless, it plays, I'm assuming, exactly like most variants of the game that it come out on. I've got it on the Master System as well. But I haven't yet played this one, and I'm probably very likely to play at all because I didn't really enjoy the game the first time round. But this one, yet again, I don't see it very often at all. I think this is the only one I ever come across. And I had it in my save list for a couple of months, and he never dropped the price, so I just ended up buying it off him anyway. But still, well, happy to have it. And as I say, it's not the greatest game, but still quite rare-ish. And that is Movies 27, and that is The Simpsons, Bart versus Space Mutants. Okay, drink time. Right, guys, this is the final two. And I'm rubbing my hands because these are beasts. And these I'm well happy to have in the collection. So we will start with movie 28. And it is the infamous, for most collectors, Darkman. And as you can see, it's got a classic $1.99 price on the front of it, which I've just left on for the sake of it, because the price I paid for this was not $1.99, I can tell you that much. And it's not a bad game. I really, really enjoyed playing this game, Darkman. It's a really good game, but it's infamous as hell, especially for the people on the Spectrum side of things. This isn't a game to find very easily. But to be honest, as I say, yet again, I bought this and I've not seen it since. For love nor money, I haven't seen it since. So really, really happy to have this in the collection. And as I say, great platforming game. Very happy to have it. And that is Movies number 28. And it's the infamous Darkman. Yes, get in there. Right, last but not least is another big hitter. And this one, believe me, I really got it realistically cheap, because this came in a bundle, the very first bundle I ever bought. And I paid, what, roughly a couple of $100 for the bundle, but I had over 30 odd games in there straight away. So it kind of balanced itself out, because this game can go for that on its own, simple as. And there's silly people trying to get like 195, 200 plus for this game. Just specifically for the C64, I'm not too sure what it's like on the Spectrum or the other collections. But I am ecstatic to have this in the collection, believe me. And it is Movies 29, and it is the Addams Family. Yep, I have it in the collection, and I'm very, very happy to own this in the collection. It's in fantastic condition. Really, really happy to have this. And as I say, it come in a bundle, which for me was a godsend, because as I say, it evened the price out, and having a couple of £100 on 30 games, and this was included. As I say, this cost me next to nothing really then, if you even out the money. If I'd have paid £200 for this on its own, then, you know what I mean? But thankfully I didn't, and I got it in a bundle when I first started my collection. So really, really happy to have picked this up right at the beginning of the collection, get a major hitter out of the way, to be honest with you. So that's it, guys. That's the final game, and that's 3 big hitters really in this collection. And that, believe it or not, is the last movie game I have in the collection. Also, I have no more movies and no more sports. So what you're going to be getting in the next couple of videos are going to be all arcade games and the odd few side variant games that haven't been numbered, of course. So we'll just see how we go on the next couple of videos. But fantastic collection. Well happy with the ones I picked up there. Some right big hitters in there, and there's probably still some to come. So I'm going to leave it here, guys. Thanks for watching. As I say, thumbs up, like the video, leave your comments down below. You'll all, you know, at the end of the day, I appreciate you spending time and watching my videos, and you know, enjoying my channel. And as I say, there's more to come on the Hit Squad collection. So I'm leaving it here. And as always, I am CyberSnake7. Keep playing, guys, and remember, always keep watching. All the best.